Welcome back to another exciting edition of Dog Fight Sports. Woof. That game, that second half was a woof. We got a couple of bongos in front of us because the Cavs got played like a drum in that second half.
Yeah, we did.
Well, welcome everybody. Greetings and salutations from another new spot. So, we migrated again, and we're here with Scotty Too Hottie at the hot spot. Hey.
Yeah, well, when plan A and plan B don't work, you gotta roll with plan C.
Yeah, I think the Cavs have been rolling with plan C.
Yeah.
It's nasty weather out there today. So.
Whatever it takes to get in position A, even when it's plan C or D.
That's
Here
right.
we are.
We're in position C, but we can still start the show like we do, and we can start it off with a big bark. I myself am Nick Newman, and we are here at the hot spot. I have to my left, your left, because everything's backwards. We got Tito, the baseball whisperer, Tito Roundtrippers. How are you doing, Tito? How about that?
Hey, happy to be here. How we doing, fellas?
Pretty good, pretty decent. And we also have the man, the myth, the legend, Ulysses S. Rant. And how about this, Ulysses? How about you start us off with a good, solid rant?
Yeah, hey, another tough loss for the Cavs. Hey, thanks everybody for watching and tuning in despite the circumstances. We kind of had to, our show was a construction site, but hey, hey, thanks for watching.
There you go. We're getting our standing time in today, and we're working on our muscles to get us nice and trained up. So maybe we could go in and play some basketball because the Cavs weren't really playing that hard in the second half. So
yeah.
I'll take it around the horn here. What did you see in the second half as opposed to the first half? And was it a matter of hustle or was it a matter of technique? Let's start with you, Ulysses.
Oh, yeah, it's just another third quarter nap. I mean, and we've talked about this. Scotty Too Hottie's mentioned this. Yeah, they came out of halftime, and it was just another quarter nap. And I believe by near the end of the third, I believe Boston was up 15, 20 points, and we were just playing from behind, and on your own court, that's bad. And I believe as the half went on, they did cut it down to 9 points.
It was very streaky.
They just were not able to really cut back into it beyond that. And, Boston was just lighting them up on the shots. And, hey, a tough loss.
Yep. We were hoping to cool down Brown or Tatum, and instead of them, they stayed lit up in the second half, and then White got going a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a bit more than we could handle overall there.
Do you think it was bad effort on the Cavs' part, or was they were going back and forth, so that became almost a blowout, but they were battling back. They were trying to stay in the game. Like we mentioned, there was runs on both sides of the ball. So what was the difference maker? Was it bad effort, bad coaching, or nothing in particular, just a bad game?
I didn't hate the effort. They hit a few tough shots. We threw the ball out of bounds. We did some crazy things in traffic. Effort-based stuff, poor execution, but not necessarily putting the blame on effort, I would say.
Well, there's a reason why Boston won the most games of any team in the league this year, and when their shooting gets going, it's just going to be hard to stop. And that's the thing. You got to put a hand in these guys' faces. You gotta play really good defense, or you ain't gonna stand a chance.
Hey, we said that already. Let's get to something new. But do you think it was a battle of two superstars? Because Mitchell was putting up a lot of points, and he actually was shooting well from beyond the three-point arc, which is actually a divergence from what we saw in the first series.
Well, it was an unfair fight, battle of two superstars. It wasn't necessarily that Tatum was leaps and bounds better than Mitchell. It was just all Tatum had to do was even somewhat match Mitchell tit for tat, and they were in the driver's seat based on what the teams were doing.
Tatum had more support from his team around him.
Right, yeah. That's it, so.
Has a buzz? We have a buzz?
Oh, no. Quite a buzz about the buzz we have on our sound. We're going to try and mitigate that a little bit if we can.
Buzz. We got a buzz.
Good.
We sound good on our end.
Yeah.
Well, Scotty, you want to just kind of twist that cord in the bottom of the phone and make sure it's nice and plugged in. Hey, thank you very much. Hopefully that buzz is going away for you. Sorry about that, guys. We're trying to get our sound working in a new locale, so we're switching gears and, trying to get it into overdrive. Now, at one point, I think I heard someone say that it was the Donovan Mitchell versus the Celtics show. So, do you think that the rest of the supporting cast was doing enough?
No. Well, no, because, like I said, Tatum had a better game than Mitchell, but he didn't have a better game by the margin that the score indicated. So, yeah, it did come down to a degree, the supporting cast.
Yeah, I mean, Strus 5 points at 402. I mean, LeVert did do better in the second half. He finished with 15. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a team effort. Mitchell didn't have the supporting cast, and Tatum did.
I mean, like, how so? In the rebounding and, like, the play development
I'm just talking about scoring.
Oh, okay, scoring, yeah. So it's easy to look at the statistics, but, like, as far as the actual, like, game flow, like, were they passing around the ball? Were they doing the pick and roll? I wasn't able to watch the full game because I was kind of running around with, like, a chicken with my head cut off. So I'm kind of going to divert to you guys. Like, how was the pick and roll running, and how was the play calling looking?
Well, Boston was making their shots and Cats were.
Yeah, we ran a few plays. I wouldn't say that we were completely ramshackle and sloppy. It's just the execution or whatever didn't go there. I know we did do. I think we definitely did more pick and roll than we did in the second game in general. A little of it landed, and a lot of it didn't. It was, like I said, the effort was there. We ran some plays. I think Boston outplayed us. They hit better shots. And I don't know. Just ultimately, they got away from us.
They had 13 3-pointers.
Gotcha. Let me just plug this guy in here.
We had the 3-point battle by one at the half, and Boston lives and dies by the three, so that was encouraging. But, in the second half, inevitably, as a top echelon 3-point shooting team does, they created some separation and hit more threes.
We got out-rebounded again. They had 44 boards. We had 35, and then you look at the offensive rebounds, they had 9, we had 7. So those are just a couple more.
Yeah, that's the inside-outside poison pill. Like, they live and die by the three. We almost sort of punt on taking that stat. We're like, okay, they're going to take the threes, but then if they out-rebound us by 9, and we already know they're a better three-pointing team,
right?
There's that doesn't leave much for us to look encouraging on the stat sheet if we're getting out-rebounded by 9 and obviously losing the outside shooting battle.
Overall, the Cavs defense did not look as good tonight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, by playoff standards, that's too many points.
Yeah.
Obviously. Heck yeah. What a great effort, huh? Thank you, Donovan Mitchell, for showing up today.
Yeah.
Thank you for the rest of the team for not.
I suppose, yeah. But we still got one more home game, and winning Game 4, that doesn't reclaim the home court, but that does at least put a little pressure on the favorite, and I don't think it's dramatic to call Game 4 something like a must-win. Obviously, we're not mathematically out if we blow Game 4, but if we lose Game 4 and we go back to Boston 3-1, nothing's
looking good.
Be encouraging there. So
yeah,
let's call it basically a de facto must-win for Game 4.
Yeah. And I got some beat that Boston was super pissed that they got beat by like 25 after they dusted us by 25, and then national media was disrespecting, our guys, and we came out a little bit tough, but we folded, like you said, third quarter nap once again, and we just could not recover. But we got to look at it this way.
Boston did come out with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, you got to look at it this way. Game 4 now becomes imperative, and it's so important.
Really
I mean, it's
especially
like,
with it being at
if
home.
ever a must-win is coming, it's coming now.
Yeah, attack, coming out Game 4. Can't settle for jumpers. Let's get this crowd fired up and raucous. A few dunks. Mobley did have a few dunks. We had some dunks. There were some highlights for us in the paint.
They were keyed on them.
Let's keep pounding in the paint, and
And thanks, D. Wade, for coming back. Yeah, thanks, Dean Wade, for coming back and doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he was a rusty nail.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks when you have that. And Allen's missing, and it's going to be a battle. We're going to have to win it. It's going to be like they say. I was hoping they would win it in 6. I was just drunk talking when I said, "Yeah, I'm going to win it in 6." But it was just like, this. Please, it'd be great. Win it in 6. So, anyways, quick Guardian update. We need to hear about Guardian.
Yes, on the Guards front, we did. Go ahead,
We
Ulysses.
did lose tonight 3-1.
Mackenzie made it into the 7th. It was encouraging everyone
all
here.
right.
Naylor muscled off a nice sort of got jammed, worked a home run out of it. But yeah, 3-1, and now, man, these 4-game series. It's so soul crushing to get swept in a 4-game series against an awful team. The White Sox are the worst team in the American League, so we've got to.
Yeah, we can't lose to the White Sox, man.
Yeah.
The Twins, Royals, right on our butts.
So hey, I mean, it just seems like we started out hot, but it seems like our bats are starting to cool off.
Yeah. Now, how could the mighty White Sox fool us? How does this happen?
How does it happen?
It's a regression.
Yeah, because oh boy, we counted our chickens before they hatched. You still got to play who's in front of you. Everyone's a major league talent for a reason.
Yeah. And what do you think about how this is like? You knew it was all going to kind of catch up to us, and we started off a little bit hot, and then the division, like our division is really smoking hot, and everybody's kind of good. They're professionals for a reason.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously playing 666 ball like we were treated to the first 2 or 3 weeks was unsustainable as far as win 2, lose 1, and now sort of the year of the catcher. The Twins had that huge burst. Ryan Jeffers is just raking. We got the Royals right on us. Bobby Witt Jr., Cole Ragans, emerging ace. The Tigers have faded a bit, but they're still sort of a factor. They're 500. They've been pesky, and they have talent.
Yeah.
So, the whole narrative in the preseason about the AL Central just being the JV that's not really true. Right now, even the A's aren't really totally floundering. There's really only 1 to 2 automatic outs in the American League. The whole American League in general is competitive, and the Central is right in the middle of that. So there's no relaxing. We're still leading the division for now, but it's tight. It's a scrum. It's crazy.
We're about to play the Rangers either.
Yeah.
Right? No, because they're kind of.
And then we'll probably show up against them.
Right.
Yep, sure. Outside the
Goofy
division,
team.
why not?
So
Any moves? What do you think about that new kid they picked up? AAA, or what do you think?
Manzardo, I saw the first time through the lineup when we were kind of asleep, and Clevenger, unfortunately, was in his 2019 vintage form. Manzardo had the only hit. I remain pretty encouraged by Manzardo. I still think Schneemann or Rodriguez will be up soon from AAA, so there's still some infusions and tinkerings to be had there.
Yeah, this is the time to do it.
Right,
We got to find a winning formula. I'm just scared about the pitching and the depth of the bullpen. Tito, anything how's the wear and tear going?
We are. That's the thing with our starting pitching being inconsistent now. Now we're really tapping into the bullpen a lot. But I did see one surprising stat. We are ranked second in the league. I think it's a 2.48 ERA. We're right behind the evil Yankees.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, with as much as our bullpen's being used, as much as it's being taxed, it is a good sign to see them be
Right,
second.
they're holding up with the high volume.
A dollar for dollar, you know what I mean? That's not a bad bargain.
And
Budget-ass baseball team.
And after the Rangers, we play the Twins.
Sweet.
Then we got the Mets, then the Angels, and then the Rockies. Which
Any homesteads? Who are we playing at home? What we got going on at home?
The Twins are home.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yep. Nice. That'll be fun.
And then
the Twinkies.
the Twins, the Mets.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure how good the Mets are doing. I don't think very good.
Well, I got some good updates. As far as the NFL goes, I found out. Of course, everybody has found out at this point. They're going to do the schedule release this Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
So that plans everybody's week. So I'm going to be on personally. I'm going to give everybody how to schedule your life around football segment. I'm going to tell you what to do.
We're looking forward to that.
Games. I'm going to tell you about
we all could
flex
use
of it.
some direction.
Oh
there.
my! I'm going to clue all my peeps in before, so nobody gets a drop on the work schedule. So you get the prime days off because I know just what to do. So we're going to look forward to that, and I'm going to have a little bit of a Buckeyes update because the Ohio State football. That's the king of college ball. And I got some exciting news about that and who's going to be coming up. And, what has happened. Give a couple-minute update on that. Of course, Tito, everybody's going to keep up with the Guardian segments. And then the Cavs basketball team that we seen the other night, I think they're planning on showing up again, I hope.
Yeah. Still, like I said, as the underdog, we wouldn't steal the home court, but we win Game 4, and it's 2-2. We're the 4 seed, they're the 1 seed. So even going back to Boston, it's a very fresh, brand new series. We win Game 4, easy said than done. There's work to do. Game 4, man, let's hope Mobley's okay. It was a calf, not an ankle, that little Mobley thing. And generally, I'm not a doctor. Calf's better than ankle. They said he was expected to return. He returned. Hopefully Mobley's fine.
Yeah, you can't expect the best team record-wise throughout the whole season, 82-game season, to go down and
there's a reason why
down
they won as many games as they did.
Yeah, they're not going to go down easy, and everybody appreciates the effort in Game 2, but I just don't want to see it be a repeat of last year against the Knicks. Like we won Game 2, we gave it a little effort, then we laid down and got bent over the log, so to speak, or boat raced. I give us some effort. Effort was there, but come on, just come out and take Game 4, and then it's a best of 3. We need Game 4, and that's Monday night. About what time?
I have no idea what time.
8-ish, 7-ish.
It's Monday night.
We need 20 points from Darius Garland. It's a guard-driven league, like I said. Come on,
we need
Garland,
to step it up.
Do it, man.
Like God Almighty.
I mean, I'm not picky if it happens to be Strus or Okoro, but the most likely suspect for support would be Garland. He is a starting guard, so let's get 20 points from Garland Game 4. That's
7 o'clock.
To be the loose
start.
template towards victory.
7 o'clock Monday. But, I have to say something. Mitchell, he proved himself, everything he proved to be. He took his step through his career.
He wanted the game tonight. He didn't have the support.
He got a playoff series. How much more can the guy do? It's like he's given like a LeBron type effort. If you wanted anything to compare with what Cleveland basketball has done, this dude really has, and the supporting cast just needs to go bonkers. I mean, anybody from the bench, anybody. I
mean, we can't have these guys under 5 points. Or none.
I know Boston's a tough team, but at least get in there and at least give enough credit to Orlando. They went in there, they knew they were going down spring, and they know they need about 3, maybe 4 more people on the 15-man roster, but they went down fighting.
Yeah,
I was proud of them. Dudes.
Oh yeah,
I was proud of our dudes for winning, but I was proud of us for coming back in Game 2. But dang it. Dang it, tonight didn't happen. I would have just wished there would have been a better effort. It seemed like we folded. And, I'm like, I can't accept it for Game 4. If you fold in Game 4, you might as well we might as well just grab one of these. Here, let me get what we'll grab. Son of a bitch, we grab a gun. Here you go. We'll grab this. Stick it in them. We don't need that for you motherfuckers.
We need to deflect that fork and stay alive. We don't want that fork stuck.
We don't want to go down 3.
Don't go down like that. Craig Amaze. So, Dark Knight Sports. Hard night. We had to take it on the chin. Sat outside in the cold, did everything, relocated.
Better days ahead. I'm looking for us to fight back on our home court in Game 4. I'm not looking for the White Sox to bullshit around the Guardians forever. We won't be uncertain and unknown about the Browns' schedule forever. So better days ahead. Things are sort of tense and up in the air now, but let's hope that it comes together for us here on the Cleveland sports scene in the coming days and weeks.
You do. Don't you guys see, if you notice something like I've noticed, we win them in groups, we lose them in groups. It's like,
yeah.
Like we're always like a
ultimate running hot and
cold. Doesn't it seem like we're always like a 500 motherfucking city?
Mm-hmm.
We win a group, lose a group.
Even Stevens.
Kicking the balls, and then we run around like we swallowed a 12-inch cock. And, what the fuck is this? Take that thing and put it in there. Right.
All right. We're back.
Yeah, and things were looking good when we won that game on the road against Boston. And look what happened. They came here and beat us. So, things look good, and then they didn't go good. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of like game one, we got 20+ point deficit. We won game 2, 20-point deficit. And then today it was just like, everybody was hoping for better, but I kind of knew it is what it is.
Yeah.
That was it. Freaking hooking this thing on. Screw our sound.
Hey,
Of course. That was the canary in the landmine.
This is the MVP of the Cavs
cover.
game tonight. Thank you. Thank you for your mighty old-time electrical interference connections.
Oh, dang.
Our show.
Hey, big thanks to everybody for participating in the polls.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
If you're able
I'm going to
to,
let you get back on, Nick.
I urge you to get out to the park for this Twins series. Like I said, testy, tied division, weather hopefully trending in the right direction this weekend. This Twins series will be coming off that rough Rangers series, and I'm hoping the ballpark's rocking, and we are ready to get some key divisional wins this weekend against the Twins in that game. And
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
we've got Nick Newman back, slowly plugging in.
Well, thank you, Stove, for
Here.
screwing up the sound for this whole episode. God bless America. It just goes to show you. When it's like a team type of a game, you plug in 21 different things, and you try to do everything exactly right, and one little tiny thing can screw it up, and that's just like sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure
Because
is.
the Cavs, getting back to the Cavs real quick, they did everything. They did a lot of things that are improved, I thought, and not one little thing, but they just couldn't pull it all together.
Yeah.
And now I guess we got to get into baseball here. So how's the baseball team looking? Are they going on all fronts? Are they doing one little thing to screw it all up, just like I did with this frickin' cord?
Well, like I said, we're on the brink of a White Sox sweep if we don't correct tomorrow. I didn't
That's
look at
ugly.
That
is
in the
ugly.
wrong direction.
Yeah, it's the wrong direction right at the moment. Sure, I didn't look at the pitching matchup. I would assume whatever the pitching matchup is, it favors us. The White Sox really only good consistent starters, Garrett Crochet, and he was already the opening day guy. But, we got to, like I said, 3 tame Reese, people breathing down our necks, tougher opponents ahead. It'd be a great idea to win that White Sox game tomorrow for sure.
So the Indians, would you say they're in full-on regression mode?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, the 666 winning percentage the first 3 weeks or so unsustainable. We are in regression mode, which does not mean panic mode. We were playing above our means, so yes, we are in regression mode, but that's natural when we were sort of everything was going right.
Losing Stephen Kwan was a
Yes.
Hey, that's what I was going to bring up. How do you feel that Stephen Kwan has affected the outlook of this month and the whole season?
Yeah, we usually are so good at next man up, but missing our ace Bieber and then Kwan going down, and boy, I hope I didn't jinx anything comparing Kwan to Paul Molitor our last full show a couple of but anyways, but man, yeah, it's tough. We're so good. We're next man up. We're scrappy, and usually, generally, our franchise, we don't let one or even 2 player define us, but we are sort of letting 1 or 2 players define us because we're hurting pretty bad without Bieber and Kwan. It's a problem. Our leadoff guy, our ace, it's
some
not
people
good.
are a little less initiated, and you made the Paul Molitor reference. And I'm a child of the 90s Indians, so I would always relate it back to that. What would you think comparison between Kwan and one Mr. Kenny Lofton? Does he think he means as much to the team as Kenny Lofton did back in the 90s?
It's an interesting comparison. I think in different ways it's an apples and oranges type dynamic that it would roughly come out in the wash. Kenny Lofton scaling the wall.
Yes, oh my gosh, those memories of snatching the home run out of air. Yes.
70 stolen base eras, during the steroid era, more known for power. Like, I would never belittle a 70 stolen base season, but especially during an era more known for, boom, look at me, I hit 50 home runs. It was especially impressive. Lofton was able to string together at least 1 or 2 70 steal seasons within a 3 or 4 year span. I would say, Kwan, maybe with less leaping off the chart skill set in his own way, kind of measures up to Lofton. He's a great contact hitter. He's a solid defender. Like I said, he's not going to climb over the wall and be the top play on SportsCenter, but just as far as defensive metrics, run save, basic stuff, I'd take the Pepsi challenge. I would imagine Quan's right about there with Lofton. So it's just a matter of if you want like average and timely leadoff power, ergo Lofton, or just clutch hitting and a more all-around game with Quan. Lofton, man, nostalgia, going to some World Series, maybe that's factoring into it. But anyway, I'd give the Lofton the edge over Quan, but I would say that that's a fair discussion, and that's like a fun bar debate. That's not just Lofton hands down to me. I think to me that is a good discussion.
Well, yeah, because Lofton, I heard him described as, speed really does something for your team. He can do a bunt to get on first base, then he can steal 2 bases, and he can score on an infield hit.
Right.
So maybe Quan's not at that level of pure unadulterated speed,
Uh-huh.
but he had a great average, and I did see him crank a couple homers out of the park, which I was very surprised about. So
Yeah.
How much are we really missing him? Because I feel like what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True. So if he's already comparing favorably, albeit not measuring up, you've got to hope his arrow will keep pointing up, and hopefully we're having this talk next season by then, like, okay, well, let's say Quan's more or less past Lofton, because he has the tools. Yeah.
Do we have a timetable on that? A timetable on how Quan will return?
He's on the 30-day.
Yeah, it was going to be every bit of 4 weeks. It was a somewhat serious hamstring. And I think most hamstrings trend towards something like 2.5 weeks and like 6 weeks for the very worst. So let's hope it's nothing worse than 5 weeks.
All right,
I heard a couple of consistent reports saying more or less 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 5 worst case.
Well, you got something on deck for us? Ulysses S. Rand. Otherwise, I got another one in the chamber.
We got the schedule release coming. That'll be interesting to see who the Browns play. I did hear we are expected to have a tough schedule.
We're on off of baseball already. I thought we had a couple more baseball cues.
Well, let's see. Baseball cues. I don't know. This crazy 4-team race. Who's coming up next? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does
anyone? To me, man, we're really starting to get into a division race
right
now. I mean, the Royals are hot. The Twins are hot.
Now, I don't know if everyone follows the minors as much as me, but do you guys have an opinion on who's coming up next between Schneemann, Rodriguez?
Yes, tell me about
some pitching
Schneemann. Isn't he a pitcher?
No, Schneemann's a position player.
Oh, okay.
He plays
a
few
don't,
positions.
So I'll give it off to Scotty.
So, Minor leagues, yes. Jonathan Rodriguez is on the 40-man roster, and there's been a lot of scrutiny about our outfield play. And then Schneemann can play multiple positions. I'm hearing a lot more buzz about him and like the random, forums I monitor and stuff. So there'll probably be another guy soon, especially with things not going ideally, obviously. So I would say the change is good. Obviously, most people, rightfully so, have been critical of Florial, Laureano areas, even a few of our bubble roster guys.
Arias had a big error the other night again.
But still, it's time. Right now is the time of the season that has the minor league roster to see what we can count on and see who wants to step it up. So
it was fascinating. We did not go to the well, period, for even like a spot starter in April, if I'm not mistaken. And that was some sort of at least short-term record or anomaly, like especially for a budget club like us, to just not even shuttle anyone back and forth or touch anything. That's kind of crazy. So that kind of leads me to believe ebb and flow, these things come in cycles. If we literally did nothing in April, let's hope we've got something cooking and we're going to try and
for sure. To
get
me,
ourselves some upgrades
that was a great
going.
sign because you're not bringing people up and down like in a panic mode.
Right?
So
Yeah.
they're
Panic.
They're giving. So what I like is they're giving these youngsters or these up-and-comers, they're giving them a chance. X amount at bats, X amount of starts, X amount of innings. They're giving them opportunity to develop and see what they can do. And I think that's hugely important, especially when the place where they're at. They're not. It's not like we're not in panic mode yet.
Yeah.
We're not in fire sale. We're actually buying. AAA starters. We're actually buying AAA pitching. Bring them in our system, and that doesn't work at that system. I'm very I'm actually impressed. For a budget baseball team to do this, what they're doing, I really am actually impressed for sure. So with all that being said, it's just like
I just can't wait till we play the Royals.
let's do like, because it's been about let's say about 5. Like, just give a little bit of update where we started and where we think we are right now. My update on it is like, I'm most impressed with the hitting has gone up, the outfield percentage hitting has gone up, and obviously it hurts losing like Bieber and Quan and people from injuries and stuff, but overall, like, management, I'm trying to think, what can I really be disappointed about?
The offense still leaves a bit to be desired, but yes, it's less dink and dunk. We're taking, we're gambling a bit more, taking more. Yeah, we're not just
more aggressive,
bottom 3 and home runs and contact hitting and a wing and a prayer.
Aggressive.
We're actually getting some extra base hits. We're doing stuff. I'm sure we still lead in stealing and caught stealing.
Yep.
The caught stealings are frustrating. The bigger bases, everyone's like, rah, rah, rah. You don't expect setbacks on the base pass. But if you are taking the most chances on the base pass, then there's going to be setbacks on the base pass.
So I love that.
The Guardians have to take chances on
the
base.
So
that's a part of the game they did not
base
lose.
Errors,
That's part of the game they did not lose. They at least stayed steady.
Right,
but then they tried
going.
to work on their weaknesses, which to me was impressive. And
they really have.
There they sit.
Yeah, they've been more aggressive, like I said, with impactful at bats, not just settling for contact.
For sure.
And like I said, it's been a fair trade. Our strikeouts are up a little bit, but so is our slugging percentage. And our slugging percentage is up more than the strikeouts we've taken on. So generally, taking bigger cuts and being more aggressive has paid off.
One goes with the other.
Yeah, sure, our offense still has a long ways to go, but we're doing some things right.
A couple more big bats to step it up, some bats maybe.
And there's still improvements to be had. All these skies falling people, to me, that's kind of glass half full, because we do have some pretty viable reinforcements on the farm. So everyone belly aching about one or two sort of liabilities in our lineup. I ask you to just trust our system and know that tweaks and upgrades are coming, whether it be with call-offs or call-ups and better lineup adjustments. We got a rookie manager still sort of figuring out how to finesse the lineups and stuff. So hopefully we can clean that up a bit.
And I reached out too just to say hi to a few people. And you look at our minor league system. Obviously we know it goes through the developmental leagues outside of what's local. It goes through the Lake County / East Lake Captains. You go up to AAA Akron. You go up to the Columbus, and then you come right to the Indians. And they develop it, and they talk a lot of trade, and they develop people. So we got a bunch of good trade fodder in our system to get some immediate help.
We're very reluctant to part with the kids we're bullish with, but yes, the log jam. I've been to a couple of captains games this year, and both in the infield and outfield to a degree, because the captains are A-ball, and that's still 2 or 3 levels from the majors. And I asked the super fan, I'm sitting right down the baseline. I know the super fans on each baseline that are at every bit of 30 home games a year.
Sure.
I'm like, man, Jake Fox, he's a legit major league prospect.
Right.
Last year's captain center fielder. I'm like, I'm pleasantly surprised Jake Fox is still here. Why is Jake Fox still here? He's like, well, let me tell you, this is a good problem. We're waiting to see what happens with DeLauder, because DeLauder was in Double-A. And just long story short, it's like there's just an abundance of outfielders. I'm like, I'm surprised these guys who are pretty much bona fide big leaguers, they're not on the captains more than a year. And he's like, well, no, he's just still here because it's crowded ahead of him. And that's a good debate. That's a good situation.
Basically, they own the rights or they got the contract on them, but they don't. In the same token, it's kind of like sandbagging some of these kids, because they want to develop and move up. But and my point is it's some great trade fodder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For minor league development.
Juan Brito, I think Angel Martinez is healthy. Like I said, we have every bit of our AAA middle infield filled, and still a few extra people that we could trade. And we like all these kids, and we're going to be kind of stern and tough evaluating things. But if the right thing comes along, we will.
It's
we can.
To follow.
It is a position.
It's interesting to follow. I know you're going to follow it, and you're going to let us know how this stuff is moving, and that's going to be interesting fact to follow, because that's being a low budget baseball team. This is how you develop stars and prospects that give you immediate help on the big league level. So this will be a very interesting thing to follow, and definitely we'll keep you posted. And
for sure.
Hey Kyle, you had something about any more of the Guardians? Or?
I just was saying I was pretty surprised at how well our bullpen was doing despite being taxed.
Yeah.
And them getting a whole lot of innings.
Performing under difficult circumstances.
Yeah, among a lot of guys. We are second in the league, 2.48 ERA behind the Yankees. But, hey, yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to see Vogt managing the bullpen well.
Yeah.
I
got an interesting theory on that when you're done with all this. I got a very interesting theory about the bullpen. They actually dig being used in work. They want to showcase their talents.
Their time to shine.
But what we're worried about as the fan is and you guys tell me how you feel about it. We're worried these guys when it comes down to big boy time back in September and October that they're going to be fucking outhouse diarrhea toilet paper. They're going to be taxed and then who you got. But these people love being used right now because they can show off what they got.
Right, and you're going to see that, during the length of the season. Like I said, it's a marathon season, and yeah, we're using all these guys. Sure. They're eating up a lot of innings. It's going to take a toll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, eventually, and like you're going to play some mediocre baseball. They're going to get the bats to you. You catch a team hot. You win a few here and there, but overall, I don't know. I've been impressed with the Guardians' performance.
We dropped 3 out of 4 games. White Sox.
Well, no, we dropped the first 3, and we play tomorrow, and we in fact need to stop the bleeding and win that.
We need a bandage.
And this was the outhouse of our division, and we were talking about that. I remember I'm like, we play everything good, but then here comes the crap your pants or shit the bad routine.
Yeah, we just need to withstand.
Well, yeah, we knew the regression.
We need to withstand. It's the opposite of a run, whatever you call this slag we're on.
Yeah, and then you guys pointed out really a very good point, losing Quan. Losing Quan, your pace setter on the offense and crap. And
we will find a way to help our team with substitutions and adjustments. We'll get Quan back. We are relatively healthy with the blows we've already absorbed, notwithstanding. So, things should get better.
Yeah.
We should be able to put the best lineup we can on the field
after
soon,
we get
and
past
hopefully
the Rangers, then we have some easier games. So we've got to play the boss, the Rangers, like we said, the gauntlet. Go through the gauntlet, fight the boss. Then after the Rangers, we have some easier
see where you
games
stand. I agree. Good. God bless, because I love it.
I love
not the
to
effort.
say that the Twins are so easy.
So far, so
good.
We
play the Rockies, the Mets.
A manageable stretch. You don't want to take anyone lightly, so rather than say easy, we'll call it a manageable stretch.
So wait a minute. What do the mighty Cavaliers have to do to turn this around?
The mighty Cavaliers, like I said, we had a 20-point game for Darius Garland.
Won game 2.
Like I said, anything Peyton Pritchard does ever annoys me. Like I said, he's their 8th man or something. Rotations are supposed to shorten in the playoffs. Let's not let this little dude be getting rebounds and scoring bonus buckets. He can't really be anything. So we need a couple people to step up. We need a couple people from Boston to be mitigated, such as Pritchard, that have been factors that just shouldn't be factors. And then once we get that going,
mitigators and shit.
Mitchell's got to have the supporting cast.
Hey. Right. Let's just say win game 4 and
win game 4. We're happy to be in this opportunity. There's still 8 teams left. If
you guys
fighting.
beat Boston and get to the conference final, if you get to the conference finals, that's way better than most people expected. I mean, come on.
It's all right in front of us. If you
can beat Boston in Game 7, or you can push them to a Game 7.
We're only down 1 game. It's all right in front of us to make an exciting run.
Right.
Let's make an exciting
Donovan Mitchell,
run here.
Please continue to be the next LeBron. We appreciate it.
Yes, actually, your efforts are great.
Don't quit.
If you keep doing what you're doing, someone else is bound to fuck around and help you out a little bit.
We'll get you better than Mo Williams, and
right.
We'll get you better. Sheesh. So what we got coming up for Dogfight? And I know we got the big Browns schedule.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to tell you how to, maybe possibly give you suggestions on how to schedule yourself to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And trust me, I know how to
Scotty
do
will
this shit.
tell you to work
I will
out.
give you so much good advice. You
So
need
we've still
to hear
got
this.
lots of
He'll
Guardians.
tell you what to tell your boss to make
Right.
sure you're off.
We've got lots
Right.
of Guardians baseball
I
to
will
cover in
tell-
the short term. We've got the Browns schedule reveal, the Cavs playoffs.
Right.
You know, we've been doing roughly a show every other
Right.
game.
I know how
so-
to schedule
we-
dentist appointments and stuff. I'll let you know what day.
yeah, there you go. So we don't have
When
our
you need to get your
exact.
dialysis.
We don't have our exact
Have
next
all this
Dogfight Sports show scheduled exactly to give you the time, place,
Yeah.
exact moment. But trust me, things are happening. There's going to be shows, and we'll be announcing
Well, we got it.
soon.
We got Abraham Drinking coming up. this
Yeah, we got
Monday.
Abraham Drinking,
We got
as usual.
John Wilkes
John
Boothing
Wilkes
coming up
Booth.
Monday.
Yeah,
We got
so
that.
We
And there's
do
gonna be
know that's on
random
the
topics,
calendar.
you
And
know.
we do
Yeah.
have the Tank Telecast bar
Sure.
crawl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Tank Telecast Bar Crawl,
That's gonna be a
June
hoot.
22nd.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
there's gonna be a Saturday sign up.
I
and
am
limited
so
seats,
looking
If
forward
not,
to it, yeah.
there's gonna be enough. We just, we're gonna have a great time.
Ulysses
This could be
Esrant,
so
Scotty
good.
Tuhati,
And we got so
Nick Nunane,
we got
so much more. Green Bay Packers guy. We're gonna
so
have
many
the
good
whole
things
band
coming.
together for that. That's mandatory
Oh.
attendance,
Yeah,
like
the
I
whole
said.
school of fish.
Yes. Oh, every auxiliary.
costumes,
member.
hide and seek,
It's
prizes.
happening. Oh yeah.
The drunken fishes. I don't
Yeah.
know. And like the-
Surprises and jingles and all that
yeah,
good
and we'd like to
time.
thank all the bars that are sponsoring us and everything, and especially for that, and all the bars who and like businesses that like come out and support, and I mean there's just too much to thank, and like Dogfight Sports just like
Yeah.
it's going upward. And we
First
like to thank
place
everybody.
Guardians. I mean, a tenuous hold on first place, but we are still the first place Guardians. We are still one of the 8 basketball teams swinging. We do still have reasons to be excited about the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and that's-
So it's been a tough day, but come on. The war, not the battles. We've still got, some irons in the fire.
So
Dogfight
we lose 2, we
Sports.
win 2. That's the way it works. It is Monday.
Are we about winding towards some final statements
We are.
here, I'd say.
Let's
Okay,
do
why don't
it.
you go ahead here?
I
with
mean,
your-
this all I have to say is these Cavaliers win game 4. That's all. Just win game 4, and let's make this a battle, and go down swinging. I'm very proud of your effort, and especially from you, Donovan. And Guardians, keep
Yeah.
going. You're a tough team. You're young and you're learning, and you're in it for the long haul. Everybody's so proud of your effort, and us hardcore baseball fans. I'm talking about Kyle and Tito here, and there's many more of us. We're so proud of your efforts, and looking forward to a little Buckeyes report coming up, and it's going to be right around when the Browns schedule is, and we'll give you advice on how to schedule around what the schedule says that we're going to do.
Right.
Got a lot of good insight on that, and that's, I guess, my final words. And
All right, we'll let Kyle
Tito.
wrap it up.
Yeah, hey,
I'm gonna focus on baseball
tough loss
I'll go after
tonight.
Kyle.
Tough.
good idea.
Yeah.
Get him, Kyler.
Yeah.
Tough loss tonight for the Cavs. Should have got it done at home. Guardians. Hey, well, that was the thing. I mean, we started out hot. We won a lot of games, and we lost some, and well, hey, that gives a little margin for error. So hopefully, with it being a long season, hopefully we can keep it up.
Okay, I think Manzardo's the real deal. I'll wrap it up with a quick Guardians last word. Let's hope Manzardo's the real deal and is ready to help us now, just because we could use that boost, not to be impatient and rush him. Get a fully incorporated Sam Henches and continue overachieving with our bullpen and just hold off these tough teams breathing down our neck in the AL Central is what I've got. And with that, I guess we bark it out.
Not
We've done
yet,
the final
not yet,
words.
not
Oh,
yet,
wait,
not
I'm
yet,
sorry.
not
A late
yet.
substitution, much like Jalen Brown, who can't go left. I didn't look right. So we've got some last words from Nick Nuname.
All right, Nick Nuname. I had to cool off because I was way overheating. I feel like I was way overheating about this Cavs game, too. So I got to give you at least a little bit of a rant to end the show. The Cavs, you had the chance. You had the world in your hands. You could have gone up at home. You could have gone 2-1, almost put the nail in the
But
coffin.
you choked.
Hey, but I don't think they choked. I'm not one of those people that complains every single time I see a loss. I thought actually it wasn't that bad of a loss. I thought they played pretty hard. I thought that what we didn't mention was Bickerstaff, a.k.a. Bitterstaff. He didn't make the adjustments coming out from the second half. So we keep on talking about the third quarter nap. Is that really the player's fault, or is that the coach that's got to make the adjustments? So now we're getting into the very cerebral part of the Cavs game. We're making moves and counter moves, so we're looking for you, Bickerstaff, to not be Bitterstaff and make adjustments to their adjustments. So I'm not that mad about this loss. I thought it wasn't that terrible a loss, but we got another opportunity. We can even the series, even keel. I don't have to be pounding the table every single time. My face doesn't have to be getting red every single time, but come on, Cavs.
We're not pounding the table. We're just tapping the bongos.
Get your brains working.
That's okay.
Come on, Indians. Come
Let's
on,
just vibe up
on,
and
Cavs.
rejuvenate and turn that tide.
That's right. That's right. We don't always have to be throwing bottles. We don't always have to be doing nickel beer night where we're storming the field and causing fights. So, kind of a tough loss, but I think that we'll still have another game to play on Monday. So Monday we will be coming live for John Wilkes Boothman, and I'm sure we're going to have you some little updates from what's happening with the Cavaliers. So we won't do a full show on Monday, but we'll get you
maybe another dogfight invasion.
No. The dogfight doesn't get to invade every time, but we'll give you some little updates. So we're going to be coming at you with a lot of great sports coverage. We're coming at you again and again, and we're coming back harder and faster and stronger because that's what we do in Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, let's bark it out, boys.